Hello, Cancer. You guys are up first, and so we're just going to get right into it. We're thanking our angels, our guides, and we're asking Tarot to reveal what are the hidden messages for Cancer, healing energies for Cancer for mid-July 2017. When you're watching this reading, it's probably the right time. As well, be aware that the readings are for entertainment purposes only. Be yourself, be enlightened, be entertained, okay? I wish you all the best in abundance, bliss, joy, and understanding, all the fine intangible things. And sometimes we look to tarot to make sure we're directing our energies in the right way. Cancer, how you guys been feeling? I have a sense that it's like you've gotten a lot accomplished over the last little while. I get a sense of busyness surrounding your sign, and always, of course, emotion. Sometimes emotion's so powerful it makes you just sit right down. Don't even go another step further. Just sit right down. And I'm glad you guys decided to get comfy and join me here for your reading. We're going to have a look at the overall energy at the bottom of the deck. Please set your intention for the reading now and be open to receive these messages. And remember, these are general readings. But let's have a look here. Page of Wands up. Okay. So Cancer, this could speak to a great number of things. Some of you may have a younger person in your life. There could be a child, it could be an adolescent or a younger adult. Somebody here that is maybe kind of fledgling a little bit, kind of maybe trying to make their way. There could be certain naiveties about this person where maybe they're not afraid to express themselves, but then doing so, it kind of like maybe causes them to like kind of shudder in a little bit and then reflect and be like, oh, I got a bad reaction from that. Somebody who is really testing the waters, so to speak. But I know this is a Page of Wands, but this card, usually in its upright, it usually speaks of somebody stepping into their own. And by that, I mean into their own confidence, into their own comfort level, into their own place of well-being, harmony, and balance as they move through the world, right? Where it's not always so arduous or full of adversity, but they're viewing the world in such a way now where things have gotten easier because there's a feeling like I am allowed to just be myself, and that's okay. I don't have to worry about the judgment of others, and if I am doing so, what are the reasons behind that? Certainly there are people that will cross your path that, not even intentionally will make you kind of question your confidence, your position in the world, your place, because we always are kind of conditioned to juxtapose ourselves against, our neighbor or that person beside us on a flight or on a busy street corner, right? And those kind of sort of things. But the Page of Wands is good. It shows that this could be a continuing confidence, or someone may have made some major changes to their life, to their routine, and now they're kind of in a period where they're like ready to reap the rewards of how much better they're feeling or how much more they currently understand. All right, and on a mundane level, yeah, some of you maybe just be dealing with kids right now who you maybe want to listen to authentically some stories. If you've been very busy and the little voices are just kind of like you're getting the basics done, it might be time to set aside some quality time with children as well, with Page of Wands up here, okay? And overall energies, children and pets too, right? Never forget. Okay, Cancer, let's have a look and see what's up in your grounding energy. You got the Emperor reversed. Okay, so some of you may be feeling like things are a little bit out of control, Cancer. Some of you may be having trouble managing certain situations or relationships at present time. Somebody may have got you put a bee in your bonnet or have you feeling a little bit upset even, right? The Emperor reverse could also indicate that there are certain maybe control issues at hand, right? Somebody might be on the short or the long end of the manipulation stick, or I don't see the forest for the trees, or it's been that way for so long it couldn't be any better any other way, right? Or that sort of old fairy tale villain, where it's like you don't realize it, so it's impossible to step out from it. And maybe it's not doing you any harm on the surface, but there could be things like sort of deeper in the subconscious that are going on. This is a heavy hitting card to see just up in like grounding area. This card shows to me here that it's like maybe conditioned thought and like certain things like sociologically, society, that has got you kept from being as grounded perhaps as you should be or you would like to be at this time, Cancer. This Emperor card is maybe as well that busyness feeling that we got a lot accomplished. Maybe the Emperor reverse here is strongly saying like you need to stop, you need to take a break, you need to take a rest, even if it's just for you, just to get away for a little bit, because it's almost like some of you could be just like having certain things that are bubbling to the surface, and you're just like trying to keep the lid on that boiling pot, and then eventually it's just gonna pop, and maybe you're gonna give somebody an earful or let them have it, so to speak, right? With the Emperor, and this could be in regard to your feelings here and into grounding. We'll just get a quick clarifier on that. That Emperor, that's a big card to see. And then reverse. So if you're in a situation where somebody's like maybe holding money over your head to control you, or whether it's sex or whatever it might be, it might be time to like come up from that energy. So let's just have a look. All right. This could, for some of you, be happening at the home, and this could be somebody who is just like maybe has a step up. Maybe somebody's new on the job here, and the old wiser fox is just like getting away with too much, and is like, they're benefiting from somebody else having to work a little bit harder. This card can also, as well, I feel, mean like a little bit of hazing, or like you have to earn your stripes or pay your dues, so to speak, is what I got up with this fox and this house card in the Emperor, right? So for some of you, this is definitely happening on the home front. So let's make sure that, if there's conversations that need to be had regarding money, resources in the home, let's have those. Let's make sure that everyone is at least, doing their part, kind of thing, and nobody's just like maybe kind of being a little bit spoiled, or nobody's willing to address the elephant in the room that, Jeremy never does the dishes, or whatever it might be, okay, on that sort of thing. When we have this situation where it's like you may be having to do extra things, you may be having to be extra busy because somebody else isn't pulling their weight, is what I got from those cards. Okay, let's have a look up one more into our sacral area. We've got a Six of Pentacles reversed now. All right, so I was on to a bit of a hunch there, saying money could be out of balance in relationships surrounding Cancer for the end of this month, being July. This to me shows a lack of balance in those resources we talked about. It could be straight up dollar bills or money, but this also could be like things where it's like somebody might have like been playing along, maybe telling somebody they were employed when they were not, things of this nature, or saying like, give me one more chance. I get that with this card up in this position, like I didn't mean to like spend your money this way or waste these resources in that way, kind of thing, right? Or that situation. Or there could be Cancers here where it's like maybe there is some credit issues, maybe there are certain things, there are steps you need to go through in terms of like amalgamating some of your bills together so that you can get back onto a fast track of like getting out of debt, or making the most of what you can, right? The busy time. And as well, for some of you, I feel like there may have been a project that fell through, or some sort of work endeavor that did not pan out as well as it originally hoped. There's optimism in the future that showed up like to be short of expectation. With this card, I have that as well. All right. Now, when we want to look to creativity and that sort of area, the sense I have with this Six of Pentacles here is it's like there will be an inability to sort of move forward until we clear our palette, our table of old energy, and as well old projects that could be coming up again. There could be some investments that just need to be dealt with. You need to like make room to bring in some newer things here. Okay, Six of Pentacles reversed. Let's move up. Solar plexus. We're trying to get these videos back into a more condensed version. I blather on forever, and I apologize for that, but we're going to try and streamline them a little more just to kind of keep up with, what the cool tarot readers are doing, right? Somebody's coming this way, somebody's coming that. We'll do that for this way. King of Cups reversed. Wow. So some of you are straight up could be dealing with somebody in your home who is a little bit belligerent, or is a little bit like glazy-eyed, so to speak. This could be a heavy drinker in your home. This could be a spouse. This as well could be a parent for some of you, I feel. And for some of you, this could be you kind of feeling turned up on your head because you're a water sign, Cancer. This is reflective of you, and this is card coming up here could be a a little bit internal, right? And it doesn't have to mean you're drinking yourself to sleep, but it could mean that you're just so bogged down in terms of your busy life that your emotions may be feeling a little bit repressed this time, or there may be a little bit of escapism that's going on and not wanting to face some of those things that you felt deeply before, that they surface from time to time. They come up and you're just like, oh, maybe I don't want to deal with it. For some of you, this could be surrounding family. For others of you, this is really just like an internal thing. This is part of an ascension process. Like, this is kind of like coming to grips with who you are fundamentally and emotionally, because this is in our willpower and our intuitive center, right? So some of you know that there's steps that you could be taking to better health at this time, but I don't see those steps being taken. I see they're like almost waiting for like somebody saying like, oh, one day if this happens, then I'll be happy, or you know what, as soon as this comes in, then I'm gonna make a fresh start. And it's always like something in the future, and it's like you're never like starting in that moment, self-starting in that moment, or feeling at one in that moment with King of Cups reverse. There's always this like escape to go nostalgic, or to go like a future, like play the futures, right? And I got that a little bit with the Six of Pentacles. Somebody playing the futures market here has made some really kind of maybe some shady investments, or some weird stuff going on there, that they have to be careful of playing in those future markets. Somebody has got like a lot going on in there. And that's just for maybe one Cancer. That's how my readings go. Well, they start out very general, but the messages sometimes from the cards, they come very specific for someone who's joined up in this moment in space and time. Okay, look at this. The clouds are about to break. The storm is almost over. It's almost past us. And this card, the lightning missed the tree. It didn't really strike it there, right? So maybe some Cancers narrowly avoided falling deeper into some kind of hole or some sort of slippery slope that they were able to pull themselves out of, I feel. Or they may be, at this present moment, kind of in complete awareness that there is a change that is coming or that is needed, and they're pulling themselves out. It's always interesting this time of year where like Sun goes from Cancer into Leo, and like I find that it's like this gentle energy just sort of exponentially gets to started to like ramp up, and it's like goes to high feeling and then action, and everyone gets super excited because there's feeling behind everything that people are passionately doing, and it's like, oh my God, everybody just sort of settle down for a little while. Let's just take this one day at a time. Let's be in the moment. Let's not care too much about the past, the future, right? They're only concepts. We're just keeping it here. And it's funny because like last month, I think the last reading we talked a little bit about this, but it was coming through as like fast forward and rewind. So as I feel like Cancer, there are certain there's some of you out there that are really just sort of like almost fantasizing, or like not even like really present. You're just like, maybe it's the 9 to 5 thing where you're going through the motions. You're just hoping nobody will notice that you've just kind of like faded into the ether a little bit. And yeah, your reports are done on time, or yeah, you sold X number of units or whatever it might be, right? But like otherwise, you're just like completely checked out. Like, hey, Bill, hey, John. You're like, whoa, there's nothing going on, right? Everybody's just kind of at this low vibration where they're just feeling very calm, comfortable, and settled here, right? And that's what this could be. There could be some sort of shakeup, or like an increase to like a higher frequency or a higher health that brings about some sort of like physical shift or shakeup for you guys, okay? Let's see what's going on in the heart. 5 of Swords. Ooh, all right. So some of you are definitely upset with a person who's got you feeling busy, or got you feeling like your world's been turned upside down. For some Cancers, this is definitely relevant. There could have been, I'm not getting any sign, this could be across the zodiac right now for what this could be, that's got you turned up on your head, and you might be at odds with this person. And this person very well could be in your home. And it's affecting you deeply because, of course, you're a Cancer, and to see a 5 of Swords here, it just means like things might have gotten blown out of proportion. They might have got blown up because, you're hot under the collar, bub, because you're a feeler, and somebody else might think, well, they just fly off the handle. How can they just, not have seen things from my point of view? And it might be just some air sign, right? Or somebody that's just like, why don't they see the other side of the coin, where it's like, then there could be just like some infighting going on, or like certain silent treatments, right? Where we had that was like who's holding money or sex over somebody's head to like get what they want. And that's dirty, nasty stuff. I don't like that when those come up, but this reading's been kind of hardcore, Cancer, up until this point. So let's get a little more clarity. We've gone back to this Gildan Reverie Lenormand deck for a little bit of clarity. I don't mind it. It's good, you know. The cards are nice and light in my hand. They jump. Ooh. So maybe somebody wasn't like kind of like stealing or into somebody else's pocketbook. Potentially, when you see this card, you got to know like somebody was like didn't mean any harm. They were just like doing themselves, but somebody got the short end of the stick, or somebody I feel is really being stolen from in this situation, or wants what is theirs back, and they want it back now, like right now. There's like they'll almost be on like a mission to like get rid of these people in your life, that, and it could be more than one person, is like the feeling I get here too. There could have been some group things going on where somebody was ostracized, or somebody was like maybe kicked out of a group just because they didn't like go along with the majority, or maybe the leader didn't like them, or so the leader of the group, proverbially, right? Like you all know how that goes, right? So there could be some of that going on as well, Cancer. All right. So I wish you all the best in your heart to going through this. My advice would be just pull back a little bit. When you go through these next few weeks and you see people starting to get like super excited, super passionate, super a lot of feeling behind this, their way or the highway, or they're gonna have it now, right? You could kind of just be like, I would like to take a step back from that energy. If you can get some vacation time in, if you can disappear for a little while, when the bulk of that, maybe through astrology channel or somebody, you're intuitive enough to pick up on the clues of when it's hot or when it's all going to go down, and maybe just not be at work that day or not be around, so there's like nobody's drawing you into anything, or nothing else is being created that's going to make you left feeling like, my God, like it's like my world's been flipped upside down again. And if this is happening in your home, Cancer, it may be time to cut the cord with something, whether it's like if this person's holding money over your head, maybe it's like you go out and you get a part-time job and you manage your own shtick, right? Kind of thing. Or if it's sex for that matter, you want to talk to that person. And speaking of talking, we'll get into communication and say, you know what, like this is just, it's not right. It's not realistic. So we've got to work this out. Okay. And it's having the confidence to do it, right? It's having the confidence, Cancer, to be like, it doesn't mean when we get into a confrontation or argument that it's always going to end in a burned bridge. Sometimes that's our greatest fear, because we love these people a lot of the times, and we don't want to burn this bridge, or we don't want to like cut this out of our life completely, but we need to set it straight. We need to set it right? They're called rods or wands. They're not called curvy sticks, right? We want to give it to us straight, okay? That kind of thing. All right, let's see what's up. Communicate. Oh, wow. And we've got another reversal on a king. Look at these three jokers, right? We got water sign, earth sign, and possibly an Aries or some sort of fire sign here with Emperor. This could be across the map. So Cancer, if you're internalizing these cards, there's no doubt about it. You may be feeling completely stuck. You may be feeling like it's impossible to talk to somebody about money. You may be feeling it's tough to get your feelings off your chest when you know that you're kind of fed up and had enough, and maybe that person's just unwilling to hear it. As soon as, you could be dealing with someone whose ego is so huge with these cards that they only speak to hear the sound of their voice, and then it doesn't matter if they ask you a question or you open your mouth or not, because you know that the ears are closed. They're just hitting a bunch of bricks. When your words, your energy, or your frequency hits their ears, they just tune it. They've got it tuned out because the ego has buried them so far in their own shit, right? That kind of thing. You could be dealing with some energies like this, and Cancer, what the feeling I have is that there could be lack of harmony, lack of communication between you and certain earth signs. It could be a Virgo or a Taurus, right? There's a feeling I've got with that, okay? It could be Capricorn as well, but I feel Virgo or Taurus, there could be something going on. You might just not be seeing eye to eye at this time. So this could be a great multitude of things. We said general reading, right? A neighbor, a friend, somebody in the home, somebody that you love, somebody that you're close to, I feel. But it's just like there's a lack of harmony there right now. there's the bridge hasn't been burned, but definitely both ends of the bridge have been gated, and they're standing there with their axes ready to cut the other side as soon as someone starts trying to come across, kind of thing, right? So we gotta watch. Like I said, let's a lot of this blow over. I wouldn't, if somebody's trying to draw you in here, or if somebody's like I said, lording something over you, controlling something over, just retreat from that. Go in, make your own. Go into sanctuary, go into where you can, and make your own. Because right now, the feeling I have is not so good, and this is dealing with other people right now, and other people not being fair, because and let's face it, I feel that it's like the time of the year where people who are not awake are going to start to get excited, and then when they get excited, they always treat people fairly. They can come off as smug, as arrogant, or rude, or manipulative, right? That sort of thing may not be their intention, right, to hurt, but they've, like I said, it's a brick wall instead of a pair of ears there. Okay, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Look at this now. King of Swords reversed. King of Cups reversed. King of Pentacles reversed. And the Emperor reversed. Okay, Cancer. So, this is definitely taking on a situation where a male energy, a man in terms of his life, his journey, has been upset. Okay, has been completely upset. There may be somebody that's trying to reconnect with you, Cancer. There could be like Cancer ladies out there. I don't talk about this often, but there could be this could be like a string of exes trying to like get back with somebody, or one or two exes that are trying on multiple different levels and lines and locations to get your attention again. All right, because it's kind of like you, Cancer, you're a very loving sign. You're a very emotional sign, but the feeling I have is like once someone burns you in love, that's it. You're done. You're feeling healthy, you're feeling good. But you imagine the trail of zombies following you around like, I should have never let them go. I should have never let them go. They were the only one that understood me. They were the only one that could feel what I was feeling, right? And the only one that would authentically listen to me, right? That sort of thing. And maybe what it is you're just telling some of these guys, some of these men, like, no means no, or enough is enough, and like you're having some trouble shaking some of this energy. So if you've been out in the hot summer, maybe making some boyfriends or making some connections, just be kind of careful, Cancer, as well, like in terms of that. All right. Oh wow. So yeah, the cards are just gonna keep going. Like suitors are coming here. So some of you may just have the feeling like there's a lot of opportunity to date, but nobody seems or feels right at this time. Maybe there's a certain air sign that you should maybe think of giving a chance to. Of the feeling I got here as well. The water sign as well. I don't feel it so much for the earth sign, but the water and the air sign, I think there could be a chance to rekindle, to spark something new, that sort of thing. All right. This is pineal gland. So this could be the bullshit card. There could be a man that's coming to apologize as well to you for something. Interestingly enough, all right. But if I was Cancer, I don't envy this. If I was you dealing with 3 reversed kings and a reversed emperor, I would totally like get out of Dodge. I wouldn't even mess around until you like knew everything that was going on. Okay. And for some Cancers, I feel there might even have partners that are accusing them that maybe they've been unfaithful or that they've cheated, and like maybe they haven't, but they're just like maybe acting hot and bothered and jealous. There's jealousy that's shown up a little bit in this reading, and somebody like not having the truth or jumping to assumptions sort of things. When these kings end up on their head, it means they forget the lessons that they've already learned in life, right? Normally they're the masters of their element, but they're all turned upside down, right? Which means like, they haven't walked the walk, so to speak. Maybe they've been talking the talk, but they haven't walked the walk, or they've forgotten certain fundamental things that have gotten them to this point. But it's like a menial, a mundane little thing. So I don't carry it with me all the time. But less and less of it, you get feeling like, oh well, maybe that person isn't a refined, intelligent gentleman. Maybe just that's a surface thing, and like maybe he truly is a jerk behind closed doors. You never really know with this kind of energy, right? These kings being turned upside down like this. As well, somebody could be worried too much, too involved in political ongoings, is too kind of fed lies, or somebody is too attached to mainstream media at this time, could be leading them down a little bit of a rabbit hole or a darker path. But there's a fight in the heart here, Cancer. I don't know what that's about. So, Cancer gentlemen that are watching this, I would say let's try and get healthy. Let whatever you can do to get feeling yourself again. We gotta do it intuitively. We gotta know. And this storm that's about to break, this confrontation that needs to happen, it's got to go in such a way where it's like I said, we're not torching the bridge. We're meeting in the middle, right? That sort of thing. If the other person's unwilling to do so, then I wouldn't force it at this time. Okay? That's the driving message behind this reading, okay? Let's have a look. Now we got a 4-cup reverse. Here we go. Anything but boring, right? That's kind of the way of it. Maybe you got somebody, older kid in your house, maybe he goes out a lot, has some drinks, parties with friends, and maybe stumbles home all loud and obnoxious with 3 of his buddies at his side, right? And maybe it's just like you're kind of wanting more of your personal space in a living arrangement. This card can usually mean like you're searching for more of your own personal privacy, more of your own personal space, right? You're willing to sort of close yourself off just so that you don't have to feel that sort of whatever it is that's withdrawing or taking in on you, right? So there's excitement, there's energy, there's this busyness that's abound that I see coming in from source. But I'm going to say, Cancer, there's a warning here. We have to be sure we don't get caught up in other people's excitement, because there are certain people out there, right? And you know who they are. That they have the tendency to build you up just to say, I got some dirt on you, or I know, remember this time, right? Or that thing, right? Okay, so Cancer, that's what we got up from tarot. We're going to have a look at a Wisdom of the Oracle card here, and we'll we're going to take that one. It flapped out too fast for my liking, but, if they were already sorted when they set, they were already sorted when they sat. Okay, card number 17 in 2017, you've got the Fates. So this kind of angelic being is sort of playing with some stars here in this card. This is kind of like a string of like little lighty stars that you would buy like Barnes & Noble or one of those places to make your room all pretty. And just find this card here. The essential meaning of this card is fate, karma, acceptance that there are things you cannot change, and knowing what those things are. The Serenity Prayer sums up the meaning of this card. Grant me serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. All right? That's the old AA thing, right? So maybe somebody is dealing with a drinking issue or something like that, right? Or there are certain situations where it's like maybe you are feeling stuck right now because, somebody does have a one-up on you, and you're kind of wondering, like, what's the best way to get out of it, right? How can this not affect me as much anymore, okay? The Serenity Prayer is, the conditions brought on by the evolution of the collective, by nature, and by your past experiences may be fated, preordained by Spirit for a greater purpose that you cannot understand in this lifetime. It may not be in your cards to understand why certain events occurred, but you can accept the mystery and work with what those events in your current circumstances have to teach you. This is the wisdom contained in the Serenity Prayer. So, yeah, it's interesting to get this card. We didn't have the Hangman up here, but the Fates is kind of like similar in a way, because we're a little bit blinded to maybe our limitations and maybe our expectations of ourselves in this life. Maybe we feel like things could be a lot better. I can't talk right now, but maybe some of us are willing to accept that this is life. This is where it's led me so far, and you know what? Maybe you are content to just be there and be caught up in this stuff. I always hope that the best for progression for people, but this card says maybe not everybody needs to go out and lead this ascension life. Maybe some people are going through certain relationships or certain situations so they learn whether or not they want to enter into an ascension process, or they feel like fundamental change from within is what they need at this point in time in your life. For that matter, all right? Because people around you with all these kings reversed, they may not take very well to new ideas or new understandings, right? Whatever that means to you, Cancer, I just think you have to go through with that certain level of confidence to clear the air with whatever this is that's got you feeling pinned down. It doesn't have to be so faded. You can change it. If you try and you fail, you can accept that you at least you tried to do it, all right? But the main thing is getting out there and clearing the air. If you know there's no way around something, perhaps a full 180 and going the other direction is what's needed at this time. Okay? All right, Cancer, that was a toughie. And my heart goes out to you here with this 5 of Swords up in your heart. I hope things get better for you in the next couple of weeks. Let other people get excited. Let other people get bees in their bonnet. You just play it cool. Everything will be all right. Okay, Cancer? Love you all. We'll see you next time.